Okay, I have Jerry Mills on, and he's going to astound us, at least show us how to do Amazon, help us a little bit. I mean, I have $5 in my Amazon account right now that has come in off my leads, but we're going to go over to the Google Plus Hangouts, and we're going to come back to this. We're going to do about a 25-minute show or 25 minutes. And first, I'm going to ask him, Jerry, when he gets over there, I'm going to ask him, tell us something that will get the listener excited right off the top. And then we'll go into a little bit about what he does technically, go into his life and success principles, and finally lead over to how the listener can help you and contact you. How's that?
Sounds good.
Colin from Chicago. Is it cold up there? Man, you got static. He had. By the way, folks, he had no static when he started. Hopefully, there's none over on. We can do some things though. We'll do a complete reboot if we have to.
Problem or something.
You had nothing until you plugged in that headset. We went from pretty good to static. So let me start something. Do you do a lot of Google Plus Hangouts?
That's what I've mostly done. Yes. They
have really improved their sound, and I do it. There's so many different ways now.
Right.
My basic course just tells people, like, hey, get up on Blab like we're doing here, get a basic microphone, and learn to do these two platforms before you go on to even consider podcasting. Podcasting is a lot of time if you don't watch it. Let's see, event. No scheduled upcoming events. And one thing about Google is every day they'll change a button.
Everything's always changing, right?
So, let's see. 250. It's 253. Jerry, I've cut back my timelines to only two. I experimented for 100. I did like 100 straight days and putting them up the same day. So you'll be up in the next 48 hours, but I've got some others behind you too. Jerry Mills. And what do you want me to title your show, your episode?
I would just say from employee to stay-at-home dad selling on Amazon.
It's impressive. Okay. So we'll tighten it up later. Let me just get this going. Hopefully don't have this noise over on the other side. I got these two so I can hear everything.
Well, I apologize for the static there.
Wait a second. Talk.
Can you hear me?
Keep on talking.
Can you hear me now? Here we are. We are here.
You know what it is? It might be that these are so hypersensitive, but that's weird. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in a link and we're going to play a game here.
Sure.
Time LINES. So there's a way I can front load these. Jerry. It's from Chicago. Are we raised in Chicago?
No, actually, I'm from Iowa originally.
How'd you end up in Chicago?
I ended up coming out for a church internship. I did seminary at a large church.
I saw that.
So that's what brought me here, and always been a city guy, really, even though I'm from a small town. So I was in New York City for about 5 years, and so I've been in Chicago now for 10. And we just moved back into the city, even though we had our first child last fall. So we've got a 6-month-old, and now we're in the city. But
I saw where your sort of office or building is, or someplace that you work. That address that was on there. That's southwest. South. I'm trying to think what part of town that is.
Address?
What's that? Yeah.
The business address.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just a postal mailbox.
Do me a favor. We're going to do something. What I'm going to do now is in this order. Go ahead and click on your little microphone in the left-hand corner and silence yourself. Click on it and leave it clicked until I tell you to turn it back on. It's in the left-hand corner of the box where your picture is. There's a little speaker. There you go. Now go down and click on the Google Plus Hangout. And if anybody else wants to watch us live, you can click on this link right here. But I'm also going to put it back on the paste. And we need to stick this in here. Paste. Okay, we have to pause.
I can't hear you.
Hear me? Now you can hear me. So
Yeah.
thank you for saying that. What I do is the process. I make sure that if you're going to stay on this platform, that you silence yourself, and then I silence myself, and then we come back. Mike, we got Mike up there from Stowe, Ohio. Mike is one of our regulars on Weekly Scam. Hey, Mike, we got to do a short scam. By the way, scam is not a podcast. It's just strictly a blab. It's what I teach people is do that blab first and see what kind of.
You know what? I recognize Mike from I think other internet marketing groups like we've been a part of. So
really,
hey, Mike,
come on up, Mike.
Insurance? Mike, do you do insurance?
You got him. You should buy a good insurance guy.
He does a lot of videos. I remember back in this video thing we were a part of.
He's making a living by doing something right now. There he is. He's coming up. Mike from Stowe, like you guys are next door to each other.
Yeah, right?
Hey, guys.
Mr. Weekly Scam.
Hey, Jared, what part of Chicago are you in?
I'm in Lincoln Square.
Holy shit. My daughters live in, they live in a little north of you. Let me think here. Logan Square.
Okay, yeah. Actually, it's a little bit south of me.
Oh, that's south of you. Okay.
Yeah. Chicago, it's either a square or Lincoln or Oak or Tree.
Yeah, because I get, because they would be north of Bucktown because they're not.
Mike, your gain is really strong today.
I'll pull my camera back. Yeah, so because we always jump on the train, go downtown, and they hang out at Bucktown.
Did you turn up your gain on your phone, on your computer?
I didn't touch anything, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff that's changing on my computer, and I'm not touching anything.
That's why we don't use Blab. We don't use Blab for all this. It's too hard to tune right now. Well, we'll check this out. We'll have this up too as extra content on the site.
Just for feedback, it sounds perfectly good on my end.
Yeah, maybe just too sensitive today on these. These are really sensitive. So,
because I'm about that far from my mic. So
yeah. So let me turn my volume down a little bit. And Jerry, we turned your gain all the way down, which gives us some really good sound. I can always bring it up. If we're distorted, I can't fix it. We get clicks and Blab right now. So we can hit a little share here as we finish up. You hear what he's talking about Amazon, Mike? You think you might want to try Amazon?
I mean, I do Amazon. I have done it. I, just got one of those situations of getting too stretched out because I wanted to get into private label.
Yeah.
I did have a product. We were ready to have it shipped from China, and I don't remember what held it up, but we didn't pull the trigger on it, and then just got distracted and stuff. So
from China, so you dropped. That's amazing. My family's been in manufacturing for 60 years. They make a lot of plastic products down in Southern California. Well, if there's anything they could, and they're not really good. They use jobbers. They're not really good at marketing. They've been in business a long time, done a lot of neat stuff. I wonder if there's anything they could do for Amazon.
Well, I mean, what little bit I do now, it's just, I have an app, an Amazon app. Anytime I go into a Walmart or something, I'll flash up the app. And if I can make a few bucks and there's 10 of them, I'll buy, all 10. And then, Amazon will tell me where to ship it to.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's,
that's what we call retail arbitrage. So that's the easiest entry point for most people. And I hate to shop myself, so I really don't do that too much. But lots of people I know,
me too.
They do really well at that. But I would say for your family business, Bill, there are some of us that are. I think one of the next iterations is I've got one company, a manufacturer that I basically represent on Amazon. I say, listen, I'll be your distributor online. I'll handle the marketing. And, you just do the fulfillment and the shipping. So I would say for that's sort of the wholesale game. And I think there's a lot of old school companies that could have a whole nother channel. It's just partnering with an Amazon seller who knows how to market products well. That's really what it comes down to.
That's one thing about this new media. We're always looking for different ways to monetize. And you can be a hobbyist on podcasting, which I think is a great place for a hobbyist to start and play around with. Or have a side hustle. But if you want to make money, you've got to look at the other systems. Podcasting in itself will not make you money. You can make a little bit, but I mean, you have to really hit in the top 150 to make any large sums of money. And that's overall. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say what Jerry had mentioned too, because I got burned with this because I was doing stuff on eBay and Amazon, and I used my kind of personal accounts. And when they get shut down, then you're just really scrounging. So, I have 2 eBay accounts, I have 2 Amazon accounts, and it kind of kept me out of trouble there.
So how did you set up separate accounts? What do I need to do to set up a separate account and then get rid of mine?
God, if Jerry can maybe help. I mean, I went in a different username, obviously different from a different email address. It was so long ago, I don't remember now.
Always call them, Amazon seller support, so then they can put a record of the conversation in. So that's what you would do. But specifically for private label, that's what having more than one Amazon selling account is for, so that you can basically protect your brands and have a different seller store name and so forth. So you can. I
need to go back through all of my millions of websites and then relink everything too. I don't know how to do that exactly. That's going to be a pain. Yeah. I'm around all these gurus and coding and all that stuff, and you look at them and they go, they don't know how to do it either. I mean, they can figure how to do it. It's linking. There's so many tricks. Everything's a trick on WordPress, other than the basics. I like WordPress. It's the biggest puzzle you'll ever see.
I just want to outsource it to somebody and say, please just make this happen.
You got to be real careful. You have to have a lot of trust in whoever's managing your WordPress site. I've seen a lot of people get messed over. Hey, with that, I think this is going to be a fun cut. I'll get this up tomorrow. It's a really good multimedia platform we did today, going back and forth. And that'll be in my basic course, which Mike and you and Jerry, you'll both get one. I've got to get those out. Your first digital course is always a tough one. And I know how to do digital course. I could have put that out 6 months ago. I've got some systems that we use. It's funny. We interviewed the top Keller Williams real estate agent from 2006 the other day. He's got so much money. He's down in South Carolina, living on an island, but he's got so much luxury. He outsources everything, first class. He's got the money to go and experiment and find the right people. And he's like outsourced his digital product. Basically high end camera. You can blow a lot of money doing that stuff too. It's hit or miss.
Yeah,
I mean, Jeff, Jerry, I wanted to share that restaurant. It just opened up not too long ago. And the reason I mention it, if you like pork, obviously, because it's Pork and Mindy's. But my daughter is a stylist, and the owner of that is Jeff Morrow, who is on the Food Network.
That'd be nice to get him on a show.
Oh, wow.
He's the Sandwich King is his show on the Food Network. She does the styling for him, so she has kind of a person. She knows him obviously very well. And he opened up that restaurant about 6 months ago. So
it's called Pork and Mindy's. Yeah,
right there on Milwaukee Avenue. Knows is near and dear to my heart. So
sure.
The original one there on Superior and Michigan Avenue.
I really like one thing I like about this platform is being able to drop stuff in and go back and find it or pin it like this. Let's pin this.
Oh, that's cool.
You can pin it up. I don't know why the site doesn't show up. If I pause,
because I know my daughter moved in they both moved in there March of last year of 2015, and I know my one who's very on top of things said I've already my unit's already appreciated about 15% in a year.
Wow.
If she were to turn around and sell it, so
that's great. Yeah, that's a great area.
And I'm sure you're probably experiencing that same thing because that whole region there is just.
Well, Mike, we're going to let Jerry get back to Amazon world, and good luck on your digital. When's your digital product going to launch?
It's a work in progress right now, so that's an open question. But our goal, and working with a Tony Robbins coach, is by July 1.
Are they pushing digital products right now?
No, but it's just I value the coaching, and I think it's still more about getting in the right state and mindset to be able to.
So July 1's coming up pretty fast. What are you going to use, like the WordPress platform, or do you know what tools you're going to use?
I'm honestly, my friends who've done the outsourced lifestyle, they use ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
And so my most recent, I was trying to find somebody who would just build the funnel for me, and do it at the right. I've got a couple leads, but I'm openly kind of trying to figure out, is ClickFunnels right? I've got ClickFunnels, I got lead pages, and it's like, just give me one thing,
Yeah, we're studying that left and right in WP Tonic. I'm going over right now. I'm moving out of Infusionsoft into something called Active Campaign.
Okay.
For simplicity, and it's really tough. It's hard to do it all. It's even hard to outsource it all because you got to know what you're outsourcing and not getting taken.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll be following along to see what you think, and kind of like what you were saying on one of the earlier shows about, once you get started with Infusionsoft or Mailchimp, you want to be able to not be stuck in a place where it's really hard to get out of it.
You can export. You can always export your names easily, but it's the learning curve on those platforms. I mean, going back from Infusionsoft like to Active Campaign is like a breeze because Infusionsoft is so complex. And it takes so much time. There's almost too much there, but that's a tough area. We're still researching what's the best way. I mean, I tell you, anybody who gets a chance too, they'll get hooked on it. Go to a WordCamp in your area.
WordCamp,
a geeky WordCamp. There's only you got to get tickets early on, but they have them in Chicago. And also coming up in Chicago is Podcasters Movement.
Yeah, plan on being there.
That's big. There's a lot. I like to go there. I should go there. Maybe next year. This year we're just. I go to the national broadcasters generally. I went the last couple of years in Las Vegas, and we used to have. WordCamp is awesome. WordCamp, if you can get into a WordCamp, it's $40 usually for a weekend, and you get a lunch, a meal, and the people and the parties. It's all underwritten by the sponsors, so it's hard. You got to get a ticket early; they sell out fast. But it's the culture; it's fun. Okay. It opens up your mind. You just sort of really blows your mind to see all the things that are out there.
That's cool.
Well, I'm going to take off. We thank you, Jerry. When you do launch, call back, check in once in a while. We want to see how you launched, what tools you used, what were your mistakes, what you did right. I think it's good to bring you back on, and it'll help your launch too.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Jerry. I'm going to go ahead. You know what? Wait a second. I'm going to make Jerry a host for a second.
All right.
I just made you a host, and you've been on Blab for 55 days. Mike, I might as well make you a host if you want one. Hey, and Mike, when are we going to do the weekly scam? I've got some scams to talk about. You know what my number one scam is this week?
What's that?
It's the resort fee in Las Vegas.
Oh.
When I get elected to assembly or senate in this state or governor, I'm going to make sure we have more disclosure on the resort fees.
Yeah, you're gonna find yourself in a pine
It's
box.
the only place they do it is here, I think, is the resort fee thing, and it's in Nevada.
Resort fee in Orlando.
Is there a resort fee there now? There too?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to go after the online folks. I mean, if you stay at a Holiday Inn Express or Marriott, you're not going to get a resort fee. There's some places, but I mean, the casinos, you'll get a resort fee, no matter how big or small it is.
Huh.
So, unless you book right in their site, huh?
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that. Just the, I mean, you pick an industry. I mean, the online tickets, for events and stuff, and even in Chicago, your fee in taxes is about this much of your bill. And then you got the room rates right there.
If I didn't have to go down to the bridge opening here, I'd do a quick scam with you. Hey, Jerry, isn't that crazy? Weekly scam. We talk scam. My name comes up with scam.
I hate the red light cameras. I hate that.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
We could talk about that. That's a
civil liberty.
There's a big company, Lockheed Martin, that gives them to free for the jurisdictions and takes 50% of the take.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've outlawed those in a lot of places in California.
Yeah, Chicago, they lost the lawsuit. So I don't know if there's going to be a class action or what, but give me some of my money back.
Yeah,
because I got a lead foot.
All right, we'll see you guys. I'm going to knock you out one at a time. Jerry, I'm going to show you out. I'm going to throw you out, kick you off. Bye.
1, 2.
Mike?
We'll see you.
Hey, we do need to do a scam.
Yeah, we'll see. I just we're in the height of our season. I got 3-4 games a week, and so we'll figure it out.
What are you doing right now for the next 10 minutes?
Well, I got a big project that's been thrust upon me, and in my computer's running so
Let's do a scam for 10 minutes.
Well, I have nothing to talk about. I mean,
I've got 2 things, and you can talk about we'll talk about 3 things. So hold on, we're going to do a 10-minute scam. Stay online. I want to set this up while we're still online. Let's see. I've got so much open. How do you like my multi windows open right now?
Well, that was kind of neat because I said
it works pretty well. It's easier for me to make a I can't get the quality one off of Blab anymore on the podcast. So let me go to start a new Blab. I'm just going to call it Weekly Scam. I'm going to go. We got to give it a name. Social. I always do social now. I do podcast, and then I do. Let's see, scam.
I do have one, and it was kind of tied into the one we did before with the, what was it, the reverse scam or whatever. I can't talk about something that happened to my daughter with Dell, if we want to.
This is where it says call in, because I'm on 2 maybe. Let's see. Okay. So I'm up over here. Let me drop the link in.
I don't know if you remember, what do we call that? Not reverse scam.
Oh, I got a call from a call. I got 3 scams. Okay, go ahead to hit the link and come on over, and I'll hang you up here.
All right, so hold on. Let me get
Hit the link first.
What does it say? Wait a minute. When I hover over it, it says pin or open. Interesting.
No, just go open.
Okay, well, I've never seen that before.
Oh, you've been pinning it. Yeah, you haven't been on Blab lately, have you?
Yeah, I'm on it I'm pretty much, I sit and listen.
Come on over. I'm waiting.
To Jonathan Trips every day.
Come on.
Hold on. There we go.
I don't see you. There you are. Okay, folks, come on over to the other side down there before I hang up.